Do you really want to become a bartender? Did you think it through? My name is Dr. Cork, and today I'm gonna try to talk you out of it, because while bartending has many advantages, like everything in life, it has its pitfalls. And it's better to know about these before you've wasted years of your life without achieving the desired result. I have many friends who work in the bar industry, or used to but quit, and I've gathered quite a few insights about this profession. This video is aimed mostly at younger people, but if you are an experienced bartender already, feel free to add anything I missed or was wrong about in the comments below. But first, intro! Everyone knows the pros of bartending. Constant interaction with interesting people, being the center of attention, the unique bar atmosphere, and the opportunity to be creative by making cocktails. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, because bartending also means shifts of 12 hours or more, an unhealthy night lifestyle, which is especially relevant if you are no longer in your 20s. And for some reason few people talk about how physically demanding bartending is. Besides being on your feet constantly, you also need to carry things like kegs of beer, and one full keg of beer weighs about 75 kilograms or 150 pounds. And you have to bring it to replace the empty one. The professional disease of bartenders is not alcoholism, as you might think, although it's there too, but herniated discs, a very unpleasant thing, I must say, which requires surgery and a recovery period of several months. The irregular schedule also impacts your personal life, because normal people prefer to sleep at night and are awake during the day. I've also heard from women, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that they perceive bartenders the way guys perceive strippers. You can have fun, but there's no desire to start any serious relationship. While you are still young, this might not be a problem, but there comes the time to settle down, and it's quite difficult to combine that with bartending. And of course, this is a job for young people. There are always exceptions, of course, but there are very few, and if you go to any bar, you're unlikely to see a bartender over 40. Moreover, it can be quite difficult to leave the bar because you get used to drinking and having fun at work and getting paid for it, and then bam, you're sitting in a boring office, possibly earning less money and having zero fun. It's somewhat similar to PTSD, and it makes normal life harder. Most importantly, bartending is not just about cool shakes, smiles and having fun. It's also about a lot of work in related areas. Washing glassware, cleaning the bar, sometimes even mopping floors, carrying heavy items, managing inventory of drinks and ingredients, resolving conflicts and handling different situations, which inevitably happen given that everybody is drinking. And those kinds of things actually make up most of bartender's job. If everything I've told you hasn't scared you off, let's move on to the main topic of this video, how to become a bartender. And let's start with the qualities needed to work in a bar. I would highlight two main ones. First, a bartender must have psychological resilience. Bartending during the shift is non-stop interaction with drunk guests. By the way, people in a bar are called guests, not customers or clients. You may find it strange, but that's how it is. And you probably know without me telling you that it can be hard to communicate even with a drunk friend. But here you are dealing with strangers who can be quite unpleasant, and you need to stay calm, smile and generally behave respectfully. You can tell a friend to f*** off, but if you're a bartender, that's not an option. You are in the hospitality business, and that's not very hospitable. In general, an uncommunicative person, an introvert, probably shouldn't become a bartender, because working in a bar means endless communication with all sorts of people, and you need to be able to read them, to be a psychologist. Some want to talk, others need you to talk to them, some are shy, while others need to be politely put in their place. You learn these things, but it's gonna be a hell of a lot harder if you constantly have to overcome your own nature. And the second quality every bartender has to possess, it's manual dexterity. In other words, you have to be handy. I don't know which is more important, probably both are equally necessary, and of course we all sometimes break, drop and spill things, even on a guest, but this is only acceptable in exceptional cases. A bartender needs to be dexterous. You can't be all thumbs. Clumsy people, even if they are wonderful individuals, have no business in being in a bar. That's just the truth. Now let's talk about how to learn to be a bartender. There are various bartending schools and courses, online and offline, and never have I once encountered courses that really help you become a bartender. They are good for feeling like a real bartender or impressing your girlfriend or a boyfriend, standing behind the bar, learning to stir and shake, learning the history of classic cocktails, but you can do all this at home by watching my videos, for example. Everything I've listed is, let's be honest, not rocket surgery. If you are handy, watch the previous segment, you'll manage. And you can buy the equipment quite easily now. I have a whole playlist about creating a home bar, choosing the right tools and alcohol, and unlike all these courses, it's completely free. But you could always support me by joining the YouTube membership or becoming a patron. All the links are in the description and in the pinned comment. Thanks a lot. Well, I don't know where you're watching me from. There could be a decent bartending school in your city, but when it comes to practical knowledge, like quickly and evenly cutting fruits, zesting citrus, preparing the bar for a shift, you're unlikely to be taught these things anywhere but the real bar. But you can definitely spend a lot of money thinking you will. It seems to me that it's much more useful to learn through practice. It's both more productive and free, and if you're lucky, you might even get paid a little. But how do you get a job in a bar if you have no experience and don't really know what to do? Choose several bars you like, go there and say, I want to work as your bartender's assistant. This is where the personal qualities I mentioned above will come in handy. If they tell you there's no such vacancy, just say you are willing to work for free. And if they refuse in one place, go to the second, fifth, 10th, somewhere they'll definitely take you. And as soon as this happens, you'll immediately immerse yourself in the real world of the bar. A bartender's assistant is certainly not the most glamorous job. You'll have to do a lot of washing, cleaning, carrying and cutting, but the advantages are undeniable. Firstly, you'll observe how professional bartenders work, how they interact with guests, prepare at the bar for a shift and clean it afterwards, how the kitchen is organized and so on. And most importantly, all this is for free. You can always read your Jeffrey Morgenthaler or Dale DeGroff in your spare time. After working as a bartender's assistant, you'll be visible to the bar manager, so as soon as a vacancy opens up, he or she might give you a regular bartending job, provided of course that you've proven yourself well. And gradually, from a young Padawan, you'll smoothly learn all the secrets of bartending craft and transform first into a novice bartender and then into a real monster. From there, different paths are possible. Firstly, there's a hierarchy within the bar, a barback, bartender, senior bartender, bar manager. Secondly, you might be interested in some related professions. For example, you could become a brand ambassador or, having absorbed useful information and skills, open your own bar. Or conversely, you might become disillusioned with it all and go work in an office. That's always an option. As for me personally, I never wanted to work as a bartender or, God forbid, open my own bar. Even though I have about 12 years of experience behind my back, too much hassle. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm completely satisfied with that. Occasionally I get invited to do training sessions or as a guest bartender, but most of the time I work for myself. So apparently there's another option: create your own YouTube channel about making cocktails. Overall, the path of a bartender is not easy, but it's full of bright moments and opportunities for creativity. If your heart yearns for the bar counter, don't be afraid to take the first step. Be ready to learn, draw inspiration from every guest and cocktail. Develop and find your own style. Remember, in the world of bars, there's no ceiling for growth. There's only your desire to become better. Who knows, maybe you'll become a legendary bartender I will make videos about. Good luck on this exciting journey, and may your cocktails always bring joy. До свидос.